Are me and Caleb Wilson generational prospects? Yeah. If you haven't been paying attention to Summer League or just kind of the draft or anything, Caleb Wilson is the 4th overall pick, and he's going to the Chicago Bulls and along with me. Basically, just a breakdown of the type of players we are. We're the best defensive duo in the draft. In his case, he was considered the best defender. I'm a little bit more of like a 3-and-D type guy. I don't know. But for him, he was compared to Giannis and KG. So obviously, that's a pretty insane comparison. And so you'd think that in his Summer League debut, or our Summer League debut, he would be more of like the defensive hustle guy. Maybe he gets a couple dunks, couple buckets here. You know what he did? He dropped 35 with me. Not only did he do that, but it was on 7 threes. Do you know how many total threes he hit in college? 7. So in his first ever Summer League game, he hit the same amount of threes he hit in his entire college career. That's the type of growth that you just don't see anymore. So how did he get so good at threes? So he and I were actually shooting 2,000 to 2,500 threes every single day. You just sort of start getting comfortable with it. And I remember his confidence was just going up every time. It was just like rotational for him. And so I wasn't really shocked when in our debut, he dropped 7 threes and 35 points, but that's just what he does. So it's just odd to me that like he's the best defensive player in the draft, yet he did have some good defensive plays, but he has the most points out of anybody so far in Summer League. Arthur Kaluma, shout out to you. He had 34 though. And yeah, he came back down to earth a little bit in the next game. I think he shot like 3 for 8 from 3 or something like that. Yeah, in that debut game, he was out here shooting like Steph. And his whole thing was like, what if his shot can ever come around? It immediately like was a problem in Summer League. And by problem, I mean, it was filthy. Like he knew what he was doing. And yeah, lots of people say the Summer League can't really be taken that seriously. And I agree. But in this instance, if you take a non-shooter and then they go out there, there's the 3-point line, you look at the difficulty of shots, you look at everything, and you say, oh yeah, this guy's a non-shooter, and then he hits 7 threes on insane efficiency. You cannot tell me that that's not important in some way. Like, that's got to mean something. Maybe for the rest of the Summer League, he doesn't make another 3, and it turns out that his shooting wasn't good after all. But the fact that he was that good, second game, like 37, 38% from 3, just really solid, played good defense, all of that. It reminds me of all of those things where you see like the what ifs. It's like, what if Luka Doncic had Asar Thompson's defense? Like that sort of thing. That one to me is crazy. But one that comes up a lot is what if Giannis had Steph Curry shooting? We might be looking at Caleb Wilson here. Because in that game, not only was he just making a bunch of threes, but the difficulty of shots was just insane. I mean, we were in the huddle, right? And he told me, hey, get me the ball. I'm just going to pull this and I will make it. I will make the 3. And I was like, okay, bro. And so we obviously gave him the ball. I was running around out there. Cameras are kind of zoomed in on him though, so you might not have seen me. But he shoots a logo 3, cashes it. And then he turns around and just goes. None of it matters because we lost the game by 1 point. 1 point. And that's the sort of mentality you have to be great. And I remember in an interview afterward, they were like, what'd you think of your game? He had an amazing game, 7 threes, 35 points. He was like, we lost. We were like, we lost. I just think he's going to be special. You can say whatever you want about AJ Debonsa, Darren Peterson, Cam Boozer. But from the beginning, I was like, Cameron Boozer is going to be the rookie of the year. Maybe I'll change my mind now because Caleb Wilson's been popping out. I'm going to stand by my take, though. I think that Cameron Boozer is just going to be all around so good. And on the Grizzlies team, they're going to really know how to utilize him. And like, he's just going to put up really like well-rounded numbers and stuff. Whereas AJ Debonsa, Darren Peterson, they're not going to be as high up in the like hierarchy of who gets the ball the most. But hey, Caleb Wilson, I would not be shocked at all if he got Rookie of the Year. And I think at this point, he's got to have the highest ceiling. And he knows it too. Like, he looked at the camera. I mean, roll the clip. I mean, me and him, we were both looking at the camera like, I want to be better than Mike.
I'm writing my own story, man, honestly. I want to be better than Mike, honestly. I know it's a lot to go, but...
that's just, again, that's the mentality you need to have. Michael Jordan, who's that? He was playing with plumbers. Me and Caleb Wilson, we're in the modern NBA, and we have the opportunity to make a name for ourselves. Shout out Caleb Wilson. That's my boy. It's my dog. We totally know each other, and I totally am in the NBA. Yeah, just wanted to make a little video about Caleb Wilson because I just think he's so tough, and I'm not even a Bulls fan. I'm a Lakers fan. All right, that's everything. If you made it this far in the video, comment Caleb Williams because I keep mixing the two up because I think Caleb Williams is like an NFL player or something. I don't watch the NFL, but I just mix the two up a lot. But yeah, that's everything. Let me know what you guys think. Peace out.